Guys, this is me and Borja
How are you
before the
keeping?
thing. So how many souls are gonna get saved now? How many people are you gonna reach? How many people are you gonna tell about the friend of Jesus?
Well, I think many. At least five.
At least five, guys. At least five. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. God bless. Enjoy the video.
So my first question is, what is a friend to you? How would you define friendship?
I mean, a friend is a person who is just, you can just be free with him. You can just talk to him in whichever way you want to, and you can just be open with him.
I would define it as somebody, people that you can rely on, some that you can tell about your problems, if you have any problems or anything like that. There's somebody there that you know that you can rely on, that you're never alone, you're never on your own, no matter what kind of problem you have. That's what true friendship is, to be able to, say to yourself, if something goes wrong, I can ring such a person or speak to them about, get advice or help or whatever. To me, that's what a friend is.
Like, what's a friend?
Like someone that is relatable to you.
So you're asking me what is a friend? So a friend is somebody that you can go to when you're your true self. So you have periphery, people around you in your work, but a friend really knows who you are and you can feel comfortable sharing with them. They'll bring you up when you're down.
Beautiful. What is a friend?
Very well said. I think a friend is someone you can share your emotions with, and you can share for them that you care for them.
Friendship is someone who can be there for you if you wanted help or money problems or whatever. That's a friend who could help you out.
These are tough questions now. I didn't expect this, but a friend is someone you can rely on. You can always go for a chat. You can always meet up with them, have a bit of a laugh, and just have a great time with them.
Someone just that's always there for you, and whenever you need them, you can go to them and chat.
Well, friend is very, very important because you might not see them for weeks or even months, but like that you can pick up the phone and ring them, and it's like there was no time lapsed at all, that you're back on screen. And as Peter said, you can talk to them and it's not going to hit the headlines with anyone else, that it's just between us and they're not going to mention it to anyone else. So you have to trust them. So a good friend is trustworthy as well.
Good friends are hard to find.
They're hard
You meet a
nowadays.
lot of people over the years and you treat them like friends, but then for some reason or another, they're not the true friends you thought they were. People can be awful nice for 10 minutes.
Yep.
But it's the person that you can rely on are the true friends that you're going to have. But I'd feel sorry for someone that doesn't really have friends.
A good friend.
And I don't mean, people on the internet or talking like that. As Eleanor said, people you might not see for 6 months, but they're always there. And anytime you do ring them or have your problem, they're going to be there for you. Yeah.
What's the best show of friendship?
The best show of friendship. I think it's really being there when somebody is in a lurch or maybe doesn't express themselves, or you could just tell that they need to reach out, and you're there for them no matter where you are, what time of day, whatever country you're in. You're just there and they know you're there for them.
I would agree. I think it's also to be happy for their happiness, and to let them know that you're, like Jana said, you're there for them when they're down, when they need help. They can depend on you.
And what's the best way that you could show that you're a friend to someone? How would you know that someone is your friend? Based on an action. What's the greatest way to show friendship, basically?
I'll tell, say for example, if you're having a bad day and they can kind of feel that vibe that you're having a bad day, and they can just kind of sense it, and then they ask if you're all right, you wouldn't appreciate the small things, but noticing the small little bits about you and your energy and all that, that makes a good friend in my opinion.
I think just if they remember kind of small little details, or if they're reliable, if they say, oh yeah, I'll meet you, and they go and meet you. But if they're not a real friend, they're not going to meet you.
what is the greatest way to know who a friend is to you?
The greatest way to know. I think if you just trust him, trust is the biggest thing. If you have the trust in the person, that's the best thing you can have in a friend if you're looking for them.
What's the greatest way to know who a friend is? If I had an emergency and I called on you and you were there for me as a friend, they can be right there right when you want them to be as a friend. Yeah.
So it's kind of like a fair dealing or something like that.
Yes. Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Good, good. I think you're a good friend.
Yeah. Well, I'm a good guy. Anybody's my friend, I'll take care of you. You know what I mean?
Like, do stuff with them.
What else?
Just kind of go around with them, like, hang out with them.
Would you guys like believe in God, or would you like believe in Jesus?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
What I'm going to say is I do believe there is something much bigger than ourselves, and there's something much bigger than what we see before us. I'm going to leave it at that.
I think there's a whole other dimension, a metaphysical dimension that we can't fully comprehend, but it's a force that inspires us to be good to our fellow person.
Right?
Yeah.
Why?
Because like, someone had to create the world, and like kind of like something had to have happened.
That's a very tough question. I mean, everyone's perspective is different, and you want my perspective, so I can't honestly give you that one. Sorry about that.
Well, we differ on it, I suppose, because I would believe in God, but I don't necessarily have that kind of connection as I do with people and friends I have. I don't know why that is. It's not that I don't want to. It just isn't quite that way, but I couldn't explain why, because I don't really know why I would be different about that relationship. But it's there. It's there, but it's just, to me, it's just a higher being rather than my friend. I find it difficult to explain that, but I would look at it, we say, different than Eleanor would.
Yeah, well, he's definitely my friend, and he is a go-to person as well. I depend on the Lord all the time, and so I keep asking him to try and sort out these lads that are looking for power and money and everything else, and let people live in some relative peace, do you know? But without him, we'd have life would be chaos. Absolutely. Totally chaos. So yeah, he's my bestest friend, and then comes himself.
I'm only second. Second.
Look, it's kind of hard to rival God, you know what I mean?
It is, yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It is indeed.
And I'm not going to try.
No, don't try.
Do you believe in a higher power, a God, or do you believe in Jesus?
Actually, I'm a Hindu. So I'm from India, so I'm a Hindu. And I do believe in God, and I do believe there's a higher power that takes care of us in situations, that guides us. Yeah, I'm a believer of God. Yeah.
Do you think that someone is able to like find a friend in Jesus? That Jesus could be like their friend?
Yeah.
How so?
Just kind of praying to him a lot and kind of working out stuff with him.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know why, but I can see where other people would say it and kind of get their point about it as well. But yeah, really, that's really it. Yeah.
I think like if you believe, then like you always kind of have someone to talk to. If you do believe in God, that's it. So they will be looked at as a friend.
So you are saying that with a friendship, a human friendship, you have some expectations, and you may have some reaction that you wouldn't like to receive, but with God, you can share freely, openly, with the expectation that you can be heard.
Yes. Exactly. That is what I'm trying to say.
How can God be both like the creator and all this God stuff, like the guy in the sky and all this kind of stuff, and also be like here, like this kind of level where we're like friends? Like, do you think it's possible for him both to be like God and Lord and stuff, and then also be our friend at the same time?
Yeah, I think so. Like, even just by saying a prayer, you're kind of just, you're talking to him as a friend, kind of asking for help, asking for, say if you're asking for forgiveness, asking, like, you're just chatting away to him, like, as a normal friend. Like, you could be saying, like, say if I was talking to you, like, it's the exact same as you praying to God. You're still having a conversation, and even though he mightn't be able to talk back to you, but he might be able to show it in a different way, like, in real life, since he is the creator and all that, like, so, yeah.
I don't think I can top that one.
Do you think it's possible for Jesus to be like God and like Lord and all this kind of stuff? Yeah. And still also be our friend at the same time. Do you think that's possible?
Yeah,
And how do you see that that's possible?
it's because like he's kind of loves everybody, and he's also like kind of the creator. So like,
And if you love everybody, you could probably be everyone's friend.
yeah.
Exactly. So like, what's like one final thing you'd like to say to, you know, to the video about like friendship and stuff?
Give everyone a chance to be a friend.
Well, I'm personally Jewish, so the Jewish faith teaches us that when God created the world, it wasn't perfect, and we're God's partner to make the world a better place for everybody. So we each have a personal relationship to God and a personal understanding to God. That's what I believe.
I would say that force lives outside of us and within us. So the message is that we can be our own friend, and the extension, therefore, is we can be outwardly have a friendship with that outward force. So it's a reciprocal arrangement between yourself and the otherworldly and within ourselves.
So Jesus said this thing in the Bible. He goes, greater love, there's no greater love than this, for a person to lay down their lives for a friend. Do you have friends?
I do. I've got
Yeah?
two friends, yeah.
Would you be able to catch a grenade for them?
I would definitely. A few of them, especially my two best mates, I do anything for them too. They do the exact same for me. If a grenade was thrown at me, they'd try to catch it as well. So I know right well I'm going to have to do it for them as well. If worse come to worse, that was what I do anyway.
What about you?
Definitely, I would.
Yeah, I would think about it first, but eventually.
It might hurt, but it'll be all right.
For my wife, yes. But anybody else, I would have to think about it a lot. Yeah. But I feel like, you know, that perspective, the same way you go, it's like your closest friends you would, yeah?
Yeah,
But maybe
yeah.
someone who's not like your closest friend.
No,
maybe,
no.
like
It
Tommy
depends
Joe
who's
across the
friend.
road, like.
No, not at all. Not at all, no.
But it just goes to show that, like, even though, like, the reason why we'd say, like, let's say some fella across the road you've never met before, you wouldn't die for them because you've never known them, like.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but like God, who like he made us and stuff like that, right? And we're living our lives, and we, you know, like many things happen to us. We have our own mindsets and our own personalities and stuff, but we're able to like have that personal interaction with God, yeah, that personal relationship. If we choose to pray, like you were saying, like just chat to him the way you would a friend, like yeah. But even though so many of us never even talk to God or never even care, never even think about him, maybe once for like Christmas mass, and like that's about it. Or maybe the odd TikTok where, you know, some guy is like, you know, you need to be like better and holy and all this. So, oh, okay, fair enough. But just goes to show that like Jesus, his love is really like pure. Like he's not really looking for anything in return. Do you know, that kind of way it's like selfless. That it's like he's willing to give himself over and all this kind of stuff for other people, lay his life down for other people. And do you think that we ought to live our lives like that?
Yeah, kind of. I don't really know why, to be honest, but I kind of have the opinion on, yeah, you should, but I don't really have a definite reason why, but I just feel, yeah, you should be.
But overall, friendship and God are very important.